Hey everyone, my name is Gavin and I love a horror. And I do love most horror. I know sometimes I'm critical of movies on this channel, but for the most time, I never have a bad time spending time watching something horror related. But there are some movies in the horror genre that are held to such a high esteem, such a pedestal, that you rarely hear anybody say anything bad about them. Classics like The Exorcist, Alien, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. These are movies that are generally loved by everyone, not just horror fans, but the general public as well. Unless you go on Amazon like I did and find the most insane one-star reviews. Yeah, not everybody loves these classics. As a parent, buy these reviews, so that's what we're doing today. I went on Amazon, I did a deep dive, and I am bringing you the best, most insane, and just wrongest. Yeah, I said wrongest. The most wrong reviews on Amazon. Let's get into it. Before we get started, I highly encourage you to subscribe to this channel if you're enjoying this content. Also, please leave a like as it really does help me out. All right, so let's get started with the first movie on this list, Alien. The 1979 Ridley Scott classic. It's one of my favorite horror movies. Just so atmospheric, has one of the greatest creature designs of all time in the Xenomorph. Who could possibly not like Alien? It's Alien. Well, according to Honest Review, they did not like it. Here's what Honest Review had to say. Chain smoking and gravity in space, reviewed in the United States on August 23rd of 2021. I watched this movie because of all the old people who swear it's the greatest movie of all time. Just old people, what are you doing? Lying to Honest Review saying it's the greatest movie of all time when he's not enjoying it. I personally don't understand the hype. Millions of lights blinking with no purpose, chain smoking astronauts in space with gravity. There's nothing realistic about the movie to make the alien stuff stand out. Everything stands out as unrealistic, so the Alien to me was just tacky. I thought Predator and Alien vs. Predator, Predator 2, were all three much better movies than this one. To each their own, I guess. If you're a chain-smoking astronaut, he does not enjoy you at all. Next, we have a review from Layla, who did this review on April 11th of 2020, who simply says, not impressed. This movie was incredibly slow and boring with a set that reminded me of the plasticky, aging Disney World ride. My husband is a hockey player, and he pointed out that they were using hockey gloves as part of their spacesuit. I'm pretty sure they used literal Christmas lights on the exterior of the spaceship. Probably, Layla, it was the 1970s. They didn't have a huge budget for this movie. Also, way to brag that you're married to a hockey player. Oh, look at Layla, everybody. She's married to a regular Wayne Gretzky over here. Next, we've got The Ring, one of the most beloved modern horror films, of course, a remake of the Japanese film Ringu. And people back in 2002 when it came out were terrified of it. And we're actually doing a retro review. Somebody reviewed this all the way back in 2003 on Amazon.com. Here's what they had to say. Most overrated film of last year. This movie is garbage. Pure, unadulterated garbage. Nothing original or groundbreaking here. This is just another attempt by Hollywood to dumb down a far superior foreign film for American audiences. This movie is neither scary nor suspenseful. Ringing telephones and shots from behind just doesn't cut it. Quick edits of so-called disturbing images does not make up for the lack of plot or character development. Verbinski's talents were much better displayed in Mouse Hunt. Why you gotta bring Mouse Hunt into it? The 5-minute dream sequence with images by Salvador Dali and Hitchcock's Spellbound were better than anything in this 90-minute movie. If you like Naomi Watts in Scream mode, watch Mulholland Drive by David Lynch instead. Then watch Roman Polanski's Repulsion. We get it, you're a hipster. You're a hipster in 2003. This dude definitely loved Midsummer. Next, we have a 1-star review for The Ring from 2013, and here's what this user had to say. Watch out for those cursed VHS tapes, a ridiculous, nonsensical waste of 2 hours. Apparently, the takeaway message here is beware of haunted VHS tapes. Listen, okay, it was 2003. Like, we watched VHS tapes. Now it might be like a haunted TikTok guy. Okay, I don't want to tell you. Times they are changing. So stupid. And who wants to watch a horse jump off a ship into the ocean and die a bloody, horrific death? Or a child murdered by a parent with a plastic bag? Not I. Next up, because the ongoing joke now is I just have to talk about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and like every video I do now. Here's some 1-star Amazon reviews of the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, released back in 1974. People love this movie. It was one of the first real slasher films, directed by Tobe Hooper. But apparently not everyone loves this movie, like this first reviewer who left this review. Why on earth were we all exposed to this trash? Anyone who likes this film must be completely nuts or have not seen what a true horror movie classic is. This is just a stupid film about idiot teens running around getting killed with terrible acting, bad effects, and a lousy story. Oh, and the title says The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but only one kill in the whole film is by a chainsaw. I have not seen something as falsely advertised like this since Halloween Resurrection. What? Why Halloween Resurrection? What? Were you wanting the Passion of the Christ with like Michael Myers? How would Resurrection not? What? What? Do not see this deceiving, spelled wrong, and crappy nonsense. P.S. I forgot to mention that the sequels and remake were even crappier than this train wreck. One last thing. If you want to see Tobe Hooper at his best, see Salem's Lot, the original 1979 version, and Poltergeist. At least it gives some recommendations because this movie was so deceiving. We got another Texas Chainsaw Massacre hater in the form of Spackler, who reviewed this back in December of 2016. Just because a movie is old and just because everyone says it's good does not make it good or a classic. The acting was god-awful. Franklin's blowing raspberries like a pre-adolescent for what seems like hours, the girl's constant screaming while doing the Scooby-Doo getaway, Leatherface literally running to the spot she came from and then turning to follow her current path, Leatherface spending minutes carving the front door with his chainsaw, only to push it open afterwards with the door still fully intact, and Wacky the Squirrel cast as the mastermind paternal figure of this group of cannibals. These are just some of the things I couldn't get over. Wacky the Squirrel's acting is some of the worst I've ever seen. The plus side is that Franklin finally gets chainsawed. That dude is one of the most annoying movie characters ever. Finally, something we can all agree on collectively. Franklin, you suck. And finally, we've got one of the scariest horror movies of all time, frequently cited as the scariest horror movie of all time, the greatest horror movie of all time, the GOAT of horror, The Exorcist. I've talked about it on this channel before, how much The Exorcist scared me growing up, like how it had this real weird aura around it. Like if you watch The Exorcist, you might actually become possessed. Like even on my scariest VHS box covers video I did, The Exorcist was on there. And it's just like a dude at a lamppost. And it still scared me. Dude at a lamppost. But let's see some of these amazing 1-star reviews for The Exorcist. They are so good. Gross, despicable, and monstrous. Vile, hideous, unbelievable, and demonic. An evil work of human devils. Disgusting and despicable. This movie is trash. I would give it -1,000,000 stars. Real demons, y'all. Real demons. Out of all these, this might be my favorite one. This is from Belinda Richardson, who reviewed this back in 2019. Time for the cost. Too much. Too much money for one view. Fell asleep and wasn't able to finish. Dumb. I don't know what to tell you, Belinda. Like you fell asleep during it, and that's why if you order from Amazon, you have 48 hours to finish the movie. You had more time to watch it, but I guess you just ain't got time for that. We all know that The Exorcist faced persecution from Christians, Catholics. They all protested the movie, said it was an actual work of evil, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. Satanic panic, yeah. And nothing encapsulates that more than this final review from Ramona Cluse. Not a good idea for anyone. I don't know why I bought this. I should have known better. I am not a particularly religious person, but I feel this opens your brain to accept evil in your heart. Do I open my heart or my brain? How do I get this evil in here? What? I cooked it in a microwave after I watched it. Like what? You cooked your DVD in the microwave. If you're ever possessed by a devil, just put it on the popcorn setting for like 12 minutes and that demon get right out of you. Get out and be gone. Yes, I am ridiculous and this opens me up to ridicule, but since I am not openly religious, I do have my own private beliefs. I feel my opinion matters. You microwaved a DVD. Your opinion does not matter and you are a crazy person and ridiculous. There you go. Those are some of those fun 1-star Amazon reviews I've found for classic horror movies. If you enjoy videos like this, if you'd like to see me do a part 2, there's so many 1-star reviews on Amazon. There's so many. It is frequently depressing and also the best way to spend 20 minutes. If you'd like to see more of these videos, maybe you have a recommendation of some movies you'd like me to find some 1-star reviews for, let me know in the comments below. I'd be happy to do that. As always, please subscribe to this channel. I would greatly appreciate that. It really does help me out, and it shows that people are watching these videos. So yeah, enjoy the superb owl this weekend, and until next time, stay weird. Gotta go microwave a DVD.